are. I am about to attempt to go to the Urban League Conference 2026 with Ben Crump, discussing the cases of these three individuals. I do not own the rights to this video, so therefore YouTube. Let's go to the conference. I'm gonna try to pull it up, y'all. So hey, I hope we can get something out of this and learn something from this and find out some truth and get justice for these three families and have a proper closure to these cases and get these uncivilized mutts where they need to be. So let me see, y'all, if I can reach the get this conference going on here, because I know it's already in progress. Hey Nori, how you doing? How you doing? I'm about to attempt this conference. So let's just bear with me for a second, guys. I'm gonna pull it up here in a minute so we can listen and hear for ourselves firsthand what's going on, because I'm pretty sure it'll be like 1,000 videos after this saying what they're gonna be doing. Grand Rising, Nori.
Diverse country. Yep. Not no one race made this country. We all made this race. Made this country. So we all need to come together. And like I said, if you know something, please come forward and just call our attorneys, give them the information, and they'll take it from there. Just help us out, and not just us, but all these families. All these families need answers. Anyone with information on any one of these cases, please come forward. Because losing a child is something that you got to deal with for the rest of your life. Thank you.
Thank you. And President Mario, I would just say the attacks, Christine has been a nurse for years, and she hasn't ever gotten negative reviews. But since she has been advocating to find out what happened to her 18-year-old son after he was washed up dead on Horn Island, sick people have been going on her company's website, giving her negative on her site, giving her negative on her evil people who would attack this mother and this father for simply saying, we want to know what happened to our child. Don't worry, Christine. We standing with you. We are standing with you. Yep, and next we're going to have the mother of Daniel Irving come and talk about her child and tell you what happened in her words. And then you heard brief remarks from attorney Sean Durea.
So we just listening to this Urban League Conference 2026, guys, in reference to Nolan Wells, Daniel Irving, and Tyler Smith, as you can see.
Tampering charges in this case is absolutely unacceptable. Tampering in itself means that someone intentionally hid, destroyed, or altered evidence. If the district attorney's office has that evidence, take that evidence, put it together, and present it to a new grand jury. And if the district attorney's office doesn't want to do it, we are calling on an independent investigation by the Department of Justice, because we are here for the truth. And one last point I want to add to what Mr. Crump said. Daniel Irving, when these boys said that he drowned, he was a high school swimmer. He was on the swim team. He was a healthy, young 18-year-old male. So that story that he drowned accidentally, it doesn't add up. It does not add up, and we want the truth.
Amen.
Wow.
and law enforcement are supposed to be protecting and serving. But my question today is, who are they protecting and which communities are they serving? What we want to know is why crimes against Black and brown people receive less justice and less coverage. And I'm gonna give you some data to back it up, and I'm gonna read it because I don't wanna make any mistakes here. Over a 10-year period, statistics show that 53% of Black killings go uncharged, no charges related. And so that means over half of those related killings are never prosecuted. And when you think about arrest rates, 63% of white victims receive justice versus are compared to 47% of Black victims. So when people think we have two systems of justice in this country, the data kind of backs that up. And now we'll hear from Tamika. Daniel.
My name is Tamika Irving. I am the mother of Daniel Irving. This is my daughter, Azaria Irving. This is Daniel's eldest sister. So, what a lot of you guys don't know, to give you like some context, my son told me that he was going to go outside and hang with some friends, okay? And I was under the understanding that he would be in the neighborhood. So I didn't know where my son was. I thought that he was just visiting friends in the neighborhood. Around 8 o'clock or so, I started to text Mike, call Mike. And Mike was an honorable child. He wanted to serve and protect, be in the military. He loved people. He always had a joke to tell. He was very comical. So I called the police the following day at 12:30 in the morning, and I said, hey, my son ID is here, and his money is here, his social security is here, and I don't know where he's at, and this is not like him. So I'm reporting him missing under suspicious circumstances. The officers were very dismissive. So I didn't get any information about where my son was. I canvassed the neighborhood. I knocked on doors. I asked neighbors for video footage. I had to do the footwork, the research, the investigating. I had to do it. And so to the mothers, to anyone out there who have a loved one, do not wait for the police to do their job. Okay, so fast forward, I reported my son missing. My son was to graduate in May. He was unable to graduate because the two boys murdered my son. They said my son jumped off a bridge, and I know that's not the truth. He was found in water. And not only that, my son was on the swim team. He was very comfortable with swimming in the pool, swimming in lakes. The autopsy report shows my son had an unobstructed airway. So my son did not drown. My Lord. I want to know why the people that are in place to serve and protect failed to do their job from the very start. When I reported my son missing, it took them 35 hours, over 35 hours to input his information, only in the state system, showing that he was missing. They failed to enter his information in the NCIC, the National Criminal Database. Being my son was under 21, law enforcement had a responsibility to enter his information within 2 hours, and they failed to do that. My son will fight for me, and I'm here to fight for him. I want justice. We are in the pursuit of justice.
Yes, ma'am. Justice for Daniel Irving.
Yes.
Justice for Daniel Irving. Justice for Daniel Irving. And the final family you will hear from is going to be the family of Tyler Smith, who many of you haven't heard of at all. And I want to have his family, who drove from Lexington, Kentucky to the National Urban League Convention, to say that Tyler Smith, life matters too. Y'all, please give him a round of applause. Tyler Smith, life matters. Tyler Smith, life matters. Tyler Smith, life matters.
I want to thank everyone for showing up today, supporting all these families. I was asked many times, who is Tyler? What does Tyler mean to you? And I had to take a deep dive into that, because to give a few words wouldn't be justice. So I went into my prayer closet, as most nanas do, because see, Tyler calls me now. And when people ask me to tell them, I find a struggle in finding words big enough to describe who he is. Tyler's charismatic. He's warmth. Tyler is love. Tyler is compassion and tolerance. Tyler is focus and determination. Tyler is an entrepreneur with dreams, goals, and a vision for his future. Tyler is a calming presence, a peacemaker, and a source of comfort to those around him. Tyler is that warm piece of cake straight out of the oven, that soft buttermilk biscuit that the butter glides across the top. Tyler is the depth of a baby's laughter and the warmth of a grandmother's hug. Tyler is what many people spend a lifetime searching for, but never fully find: a genuine soul with a kind heart and a beautiful spirit. For me, Tyler is much more than all of those things. He's my motivation, my determination, the wind beneath my wings. Even in his absence, he continues to give me strength. He has become a part of the reason I stand, the part of the reason that I keep moving forward. When I received that call at 6 a.m. that morning that my grandson had been involved in the shooting, I thought, okay, hand, foot. And I arrived up on the scene of the hospital and found out that this was a gunshot wound to the head. Again, I'm a praying mother. I have a son who a year ago had a near fatal car accident. I know what God can do.
Yeah.
You can't tell me what God can do. I've seen it. I watch it every day. I watched him learn how to walk and talk. And I comforted his grandfather and said, don't worry about this. We've already been through this fire. It'll be okay. When the physician came out and pronounced my grandson, and she stated self-inflicted, accidental, I told her, you're a lie, and there's no truth in it. I explained to her immediately. I said, how do you have this evidence for you to know this? She said, because they said. I said, they said? She said, yes. As days progressed, my family and I began to move forward. We got none effort, energy at all from the Lexington-Fayette County Police Department. We were told that we needed to accept accidental, self-inflicted. They offered no traces of gun residue, even though I called the coroner's office and the police department. And I begged and pleaded, please, bag his hands. No child, and I say child because it's relative, no one was searched on the scene. They took an investigation as a total from all 5 of these young people and said, they said this is what happened. I asked for gun residue on anyone. The answer that I was given Well, there's no need to bag his hands. Everyone in this room would have gun residue on them.
Unbelievable.
That was their excuse to me. When they moved my grandson in an expedient manner, not to our local coroner's office, but to the state capitol, which I was told wouldn't happen until that following Monday. Miraculously, in 2 hours, he was on his way to the medical examiner in the Capitol. On Monday morning at 10 a.m., they came back and told me again, accidental, self-inflicted. For 17 days, my sons and I worked tirelessly, investigating everything on our own. The police department gave us nothing, absolutely nothing. They treated me as if I were a pirate, asking all the wrong questions. Why do you need to know? We've handed you that carrot already. Take a bite, settle down. It's accidental, self-inflicted. As I talked to the police chief, I explained to him, he said, well, what do you want from this? What are you looking for? I said, what would you be looking for?
Exactly. Exactly.
I want transparency. I want you to simply do the job that you were paid to do.
Amen.
My family never asked you to go above and beyond. We just asked you to earn the paycheck that you either receive this week or the next. We ask you to simply, the same way you go into our black and brown neighborhoods and you can investigate and you can interrogate and you can charge, give us the same respect.
Amen. Amen.
Tyler is loved. He's loved. But most importantly, Tyler calls her mama. Tyler calls him Pepper. That's my baby, y'all. He's my baby. It will be my dying breath to say his name. No stone will go unturned. I'm not afraid to go to hell and sit with the devil about mine.
Wow.
I want it known. I want transparency. I want someone to speak on it. Continue to say our names. Continue to say our children's names. We deserve answers. We deserve justice.
Yes,
we deserve transparency.
Yes.
That's all we're asking for. And I thank you all so much for the time and the space that you have given every one of us.
Justice for
Appreciate it
Tyler
more than you
Smith. Justice for Tyler Smith. Justice for Tyler Smith. And we're going to get to the truth on Tyler. I promise you, we're going to get to the truth on what happened to Tyler Smith. At this time, President Mario, we're going to ask that the Congresswoman just say a brief word and then take questions. Vince Evans, CBC, thank you all very much.
Let me simply say the two most powerful words we can say. To you as families, to the Urban League family, to you, President and CEO, and my good friend, to you, Attorney Ben Crump. Thank you. But let me just say, the Congressional Black Caucus, we aren't just coming today. We communicated with Attorney Crump, with President Mark Morial, and we stand with you. And I'll end with your words, Mark. We're gonna let justice roll down like a stream and righteousness like mighty waters. We are the Congressional Black Caucus. We stand for you, for justice, transparency, and righteousness. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Congresswoman.
This has been moving and powerful. We want to take questions from members of the media. Members of the media, if anyone in the working media has a question for Attorney Crump, and please identify yourself, speak real loudly, go ahead.
So now we get into the questionnaire part of the video, of the live. So guys, I appreciate all of y'all for being here, listening. So let's continue to listen. If you would,
Yes, ma'am.
share this
And
out.
That's an excellent question because
Don't forget to hit the like
thank God for
and connect
us
to the
being
channel.
able to get the national attention on Nolan Wells case, and that doesn't happen just by coincidence. It's a lot of the civil rights community, a lot of the activists, Reverend Al, people like Byron Allen, Tyler Perry, everybody on social media coming to say, no, this ain't adding up. We got to find out what happened to Nolan Wells. And then we get contacted by our good friend, Attorney Sean DeRea, saying that, hey, we got a similar case, Attorney Crump, where you co-counsel with us, and Attorney Brooke Clue start working with them. And then we get a call to the call center from President Mariel, and I simply can't believe what happened to Tyler Smith. It shocks my conscience. And so Kareem Ali and Cliff Jones, my investigators, they start to investigate, and we're saying, this can't be true. They really didn't do a gunshot residue test on the hands? That's basic. And so it hits me that all of them are 18-year-old black kids that died in very questionable circumstances, when Nolan was the only black kid on the boat. Daniel was the only black kid allegedly on the fishing trip. And Tyler was the only black kid at the 4th of July celebration party, house party. And all of them are 18 years old. Look at the dates. That's eerie when you look at the dates. February 8th, Tyler Smith is born. July 4th, 2026, he is dead. Can I see the other photograph? This is Daniel Irvin. He's born November 21st, 2007. He is dead on April 17th, 2026. Where's the other? Nolan Wells, born August 19th, 2007. He is dead in July of 2026. The day is yet to be determined. All of these young black kids were born in 2007, and all 3 of these black kids died 2026, 18 years of age, on the cusp of manhood. And I said, no, we got to show that this is not a coincidence that all these young 18-year-old black men are ending up dead and nobody is being held accountable. No, we got to ring the alarm. We got to ring the alarm. We must ring the alarm for these 18-year-old black boys.
Let me also add this. Our members who were planning to come to Nashville asked me late last week if we would be commenting on, dealing with, shedding any light on the Nolan Wells case. I invited Ben Crump to come to Nashville to brief us on the Wells case. In the course of that conversation, he shared with me, by the way, there are 2 other similar cases. I said, 2 other similar cases? I said, Ben, can you bring all of the families to Nashville? Because the thousands of urban leaders who are here are interested in, have a solidarity with, want to hear directly, not through filters, about the circumstances of these cases. And that is what the National Urban League Conference is all about. It is about dealing with the pressing, cutting-edge issues that face the nation and face Black America. Amen. So we are here because this is what we do.
Yes.
Whether it was Trayvon Martin back in the early teens, Michael Brown, George Floyd, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Tamir Rice. We deal with these issues because our constituency wants to hear directly. And I want to say this, we trust Ben Crump. Yes. And we know that he does not engage in chasing false cases.
Amen.
that he also, when he takes a case, that he's gonna elevate the word and the personality and the pain of the families.
Yes, sir.
All too often,
Yes, sir.
when black families are victims of violence and victims of unfair justice system, they suffer in silence. They can't find lawyers with the courage and the ability. They suffer in silence. So I know when Ben Crump has a matter, he is always welcome at the National Urban League Conference to come and bring us up to date. And that's why we're here in Nashville. Other press questions? Any others? Yes, ma'am. Identify yourself, please. New York Post.
Christine. Yeah, we know about the question. We were ready for it. This attack and this threat to sue us and the family for defamation, it's a distraction. We're not distracted by it at all. It's about getting to the truth. That's what we want. And that's what we're focused on. We haven't done anything other than ask questions to get to the truth. Okay. Another question? Can't hear you. Okay,
Let me respond to that. That accusation doesn't deserve a response. It has no dignity associated with someone standing up for children who have died. We don't waste our time arguing with donkeys. We don't waste our time arguing with people who want to distract from the real issue. We have 3 dead black young men under suspicious circumstances. And I don't think the New York Post ought to give elevation to distractions like that. This is such an old story. We fight for justice and someone suggests all we want is publicity. You know what happens when we stand here? Our inboxes are filled with hate messages, hate mail, hate this, hate that. No one. Our dignity in standing up. And I'm not, you're a reporter, you work for the paper, your editors told you to ask this question. I want you to know we will not be distracted. And I'm not gonna, Ben Crump is like any lawyer. He should get paid for his work. Just like every Wall Street lawyer, every Trump lawyer, every insurance defense lawyer. And I really want everyone to understand, let's not be distracted.
Amen. Don't be distracted.
Let's not give oxygen. Let's not give air to haters and distractors and dissuaders. So thank you for your question.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. What's your question? We celebrate all.
So let me say this. I'm gonna say this. I will not ever surrender the fact that I am an American. However,
Exactly.
we celebrate Juneteenth. I don't necessarily celebrate July 4th, but I note it as an important day. And I'm not gonna fall into the trap that some want to. I fly the American flag in front of my house. But on the other side of my porch, I fly the Juneteenth flag. And we are not gonna let anyone diminish our birthright our constitutional right, our birthright to be treated fairly and justly in this country. It is very difficult and challenging in these times, but we are not going to be tricked. We're not going to be dissuaded. We're not going to be distracted. I am an American. I am an African American. I am a Black American.
So many things. What are you?
But I think we need to clearly understand.
Just say you're a child of the Most High, brother.
That African Americans, Black people, and civil rights leaders have always been the conscience of this country.
Amen. Amen.
Have always been loyal to the nation, even in the most challenging times.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to suggest it's easy for us. But what we're not going to allow is for people to marginalize us, treat us like second-class citizens, or suggest that somehow, let me tell you what a true patriot is. A true patriot stands up for justice.
Yeah.
A true patriot stands up for the families and the victims of violence. A true patriot holds the justice system accountable, doesn't make excuses for an unjust justice system. So we gotta understand that we're not gonna get tricked and cornered into people suggesting because we stand up for justice, we're something other than a true and full patriot in this country.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel. I said last night, I was born in a segregated hospital, born in a segregated city, watched my parents and their friends fight and litigate and march to open doors of opportunity.
Amen.
The reason why these times are so tough and why they're so difficult is because if we are not careful and if we are not vigilant and diligent, our children and grandchildren will be relitigating the battles of our parents.
Yeah.
This movement in this country to turn back the hands of time is palpable. So when we stand up for these families, and we'll stand up for other families, and we'll stand up for other people, we're doing it because we are true patriots. We're doing it because we believe in justice. We do it because we're going to hold the justice system accountable. This Urban League movement has a mission.
Yes, sir.
And its mission is something we will not surrender. Like the Congressional Black Caucus says, we have no permanent friends. We have no permanent enemies. We only have permanent interests.
Amen.
So thank you for your question.
And let me say this before I move on to the final two questions. You know, we as African Americans, as W.B. Du Bois said, we have this duality. I mean, on one hand, we know that when the founders wrote the Constitution, they never expected that the rights would apply to us. But like my personal hero, Thurgood Marshall said, I know they didn't intend it to apply to us, but we're going to make it apply to us anyway because we are American citizens. And if anybody built this country, it was our ancestors with the tolling in the cotton fields. I mean, doing the things that made this very young country become such a prosperous country at such an early age in its infancy. I mean, when you think about what slavery did to elevate America, that were our ancestors. So, yes, I'm going to celebrate the 4th of July essence every year because my ancestors built this joint. And then I'm really going to celebrate on the Juneteenth because I know that is what we do to acknowledge our ancestry. Just like Jewish Americans celebrate the 4th of July and their important dates, just like Italian Americans celebrate the 4th of July and their important days, just like Spanish Americans celebrate the 4th of July and important days to them. Black people, we celebrate the 4th of July because we built America.
All right, gentlemen, we have one more.
CNN and Our Woman TV, and then that's gonna be
Okay,
it.
go ahead, yes, ma'am.
Thank you all for coming. I appreciate that.
I have Sean speak briefly to Daniel Irvin, but that's why I was brought in to.
I'm here, I'm listening in as well.
Irvin, in case Sean and his team.
Because like I said, a lot of this is news to me as well. But basically, this press conference is to let
We have not
everyone
had
know.
any progress with the Dallas County District Attorney's Office. We are planning, Mr. Crump and I, to meet with the District Attorney if he will meet us, and we want to talk about this case, we want to talk about this evidence, and we want to move this forward, and we want murder charges. Is that right, Mr. Crump?
Absolutely. You know, one of the things that Sean and Tamika said, Ryan Young, she said that there was a witness after the drowning that said Tamika, the young man was limping when he came back. And that was part of the investigation. And she's saying, well, why didn't y'all explore that? Like, why are you limping? You're saying my son jumped off the bridge. Well, that's going to cause you to limp.
Yes, that is true, and there was a witness that provided video footage via flash drive to the detectives, and they failed to enter that information in the probable cause affidavit. The witness also said that the detectives just grossly overlooked that, and they failed to enter that information. Again, I know Daniel did not drown, and tampering with evidence is offensive for the murder they committed.
I would just respond to this here on Ryan's case. And his mother believes her child was murdered. We are still trying to get all the information, Attorney DeRay and I, but she does not believe her son unforced went into a lake, a high school swimmer, and drowned. She just isn't accepting that, and she has a right as a parent to question that. As it relates to Tyler Smith, we're gonna have more information coming forward because of the hard work of his mother and grandmother, and we think the shoe is about to drop on that. And we're gonna meet with the district attorney. We haven't yet, but we're gonna meet with them because people are starting to come forward. And I again thank the parents of Nolan Wells, because people are coming forward in their case. That's inspiring people to come forward in Tyler Smith's case as well. So thank you all for coming forward. She had the last one.
Let's go here and then Captain.
Okay,
Angelique,
My
Betty,
message would
how are
be
you?
that we have to have tough conversations. This is something our community already knows. We have to make sure that, and I know my husband and I, we have had countless conversations with all of our children about the importance of understanding when you are moving in different spaces with people that do not look like you. And it's unfortunate that we have to have these conversations, but they are needed in order to hopefully keep our children safe. So I would say to all the mothers out there, especially my Black mothers, we just have to keep pushing forward. We have to do the things to protect our children.
Kathleen, last
Oh,
question.
wow. Our internet went out. That's why I was late with the conference, but I still was able to get it up and bring it to you guys to share this information. I hope everyone is listening with listening ears, understands what's going on. And for all you people coming in here with these negative comments, your ass getting up out of here quick, fast, in a hurry.
This is why when families face these types of challenges, they need good counsel. They should not wallow and try to handle it themselves. They shouldn't just go to community leaders and politicians, although that's important. They need good counsel. They need good civil rights counsel. They need people like Ben Crump or Lee Merritt, and there are many, many others around the nation who do this kind of important work. And I just encourage families that face cases of injustice, cases where they want answers, to work to get good counsel. We at the Urban League, our affiliates, we get calls all the time. And what we try to do is guide them in the right direction. We try to help them identify counsel or people, and that is really, really important, the case. I want to confront the question you asked about race. Something in this country, whenever a black person is the victim of an act of injustice, why is it when we seek justice, we get this smear campaign of playing the race card? I have seen this movie for many, many, many years, and we are gonna call it out because we are not gonna be dissuaded, distracted, or intimidated for standing up for members of our community. Let the charges come. I say it's like they're blowing bubbles. It's just a lot of rhetoric, it's nasty, and it's hateful. But you know what I found? For every loud person attacking us, there's 15 quiet people who represent silent supporters of justice. They may not speak out, they may not go on social media, but they're in solidarity. And we have to remember that. The loudest voices in the room are not the most important voices in the room. Amen. Let me thank you all for coming. We've got some other activities, our Women of Power Luncheon. Let's thank Ben Crump. Let's one more time thank these families for their courage, for their courage, for their courage. And I want to thank the media for coming out as well. This press conference is adjourned.
Thank you, Mark Morial and the National Urban League.
So there we have it, guys. There we have it. I mean, that's just, man, I'm really kind of like at a loss for words for real with this situation, because here we have 3 melanated young men. You know, y'all can call them African Americans, you can call them black, whatever. But like I say, y'all, all these crazy people that's coming in here with these stupid ass comments, guess what? Just like you came in, don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. And like the guy was saying, we don't let the distractions get at us, guys. Don't let the distractions get you, because it's a plenty of them out here. It's so many, man. The system of white supremacy is real, and people don't even really understand how deep that shit is, man. They really don't. Man, I almost like to start crying when the grandmama started talking, because that's crazy. Just imagine. I don't understand how people can come in here with these type of comments as if they don't have children. And some of them probably don't. But, man, you got a mother and a father. So just imagine if that was you that was up on this picture, and you wouldn't get no justice. Your family wouldn't get no justice for your death. I mean, true enough, you wouldn't be here to see any of this, but at the same time, your family members, your loved ones, they don't know what happened to you. 3 cases right here, y'all. 3 cases. 3 cases. And this is what's going on in this country over here. And I don't understand sometimes, you know, people, Lord have mercy. This right here just fuels the fire for why I say America ain't shit. That's why I made the song Re-Educate to Educate. You understand? That's why. Ooh, Lord, give me the strength. Because I'm telling you, man. It's rough out here. That could have been. And I, you know, this right here hit me. Not as if the other cases didn't. But this could have been my son up there. It could have been one of your sons or daughters up there. This could have been some of y'all kids up there. This could be your nephew, your uncle, or whatever the case may be up there. And then for people to come in and start spewing hateful comments and talking all kind of crazy about people that's trying to help these families, saying they doing it for monetary gain. But that ain't what it's all about, man. We want justice for these families. Justice. And like I said, an unjust law is no law at all. I feel you, Piss Life. I feel you. I just found out about Tyler Smith myself now, be it. And then, you know, when people, I know a lot of people come in, they want the information. Hey, I'm just learning this information just like everybody else, really. For the people that have been following Nolan Wells' case from the beginning, for the people who've been following Daniel Irvin's case from the beginning, and for the people who've been following Tyler Smith's case from the beginning. They know, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring light to a situation by sharing it on my live. I mean, it's a lot that has been going on with these cases. It's been, y'all look, man, it's been so many videos about Nolan Wells that's going on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure on all these other social media sites. So it ain't no reason for nobody not to know what's going on around here. And then, as far as the state of Mississippi, man, we already know. We already know. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but if you from America, and especially if you from the dirty South, you are, and if you know a little history about Mississippi, you know Mississippi is known for covering up, for unaliving or for murdering black people. I use that word, so-called black, because we not a color. And I keep trying to stress that too. People, man, we got, hey, my people suffer from lack of knowledge. I dropped that Bible verse in my community post, Hosea 4:6. I think a lot of people should check that out. And you know, I know a lot of people just coming in because they see the picture, they want to see Nolan. But let me change this up, because no, let me leave that right there. You have been following it. I'm really kind of, because this, I mean, when I heard about the Nolan Wells, I just picked it up. And then I started listening, and I was like, whoa, this. And then, you know, I'm like, oh, Mississippi, I don't expect nothing less. I think the other one was in Texas, Tyler Smith. Let me look and see what happened to Tyler Smith, man. Because Tyler Smith is new to me. Tyler Smith. What? Wait a minute. This something else. Oh, an accidental drowning. The initial autopsy conducted by Dr. Amanda Humans concluded that Tyler died from accidental drowning, noting only superficial blunt force injuries that did not contribute to his death. No evidence of assault was found at that time. They had a second autopsy in 2020, Man, this is wow. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I heard about that Daniel. I heard about the Daniel UN case before Nolan Wells because my cousin live in Texas. Okay, yeah. I think those other two young men died before Nolan. Thank you for coming, Dings. I appreciate you. Look, guys, if y'all hadn't hit that thumbs up button, I would appreciate it if you go ahead and do that. Also, share this live out so that if people want to watch it, they can watch the conference again. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on it's going to be on a gang of channels. You know what I'm saying? So if people see it, cool. If they see someone else, that's even better, as long as they get the information. Yeah, they said Tyler Smith shot his, wait. No, Tyler Smith was shot he the one that was shot in the head. So Daniel Irving was the one, he drowned too. Because I remember his mom saying he could swim. He was a good swimmer. And they said that he drowned. Tyler Smith was at the house party and they said they was playing Russian roulette and he shot himself in the head. That's Tyler Smith. I just heard about that today when I heard the grandmother. I don't know anybody in Kentucky. I only know one person in Kentucky, in Louisville. That's Smooth, Brother Smooth, he up there. But I think this happened in Lexington. Look, y'all, I done been to Kentucky before. And the part of Kentucky I went to, it was hardly any black people there. And this was in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Yeah, Tyler Smith was shot in the head. Daniel Irvin went on a fishing trip with two friends, and he ended up on the bottom of the ocean. And the two guys deleted phone messages and his clothes. Yeah, time. That right there got me. And I don't understand. Boy, I had to woosah on some of these cases, man, because my passion will come out too hard, and then, you know, folks will, not that I really give a damn what folks think, but I'm just trying to keep a cool head, because this right here is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. I mean, all this stuff that folks be talking about, America this, America that. Oh my goodness. And we still, this 2026, and people still hate the color of a dark-skinned human being. And Lord have mercy, y'all. I do have lives where I give classes and I try to explain to people about this melanin situation, about this color situation, about white supremacy. Shout out to Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. May she rest in peace, because that doctor right there broke it down with the ISIS papers. If y'all haven't read the ISIS papers, I'm not even going to tell you. I'm not even going to ask you, please. I'm just saying that, look, if you don't want to read it, just go and check it out. Just do that. Learn something about the ISIS papers and white supremacy, y'all. That will help a lot. That will clear up a lot of things for people. Remembering the cases on Georgia years ago, Williams is in prison for life for all those black lives. My stream is on, but I watch other Puspa. If you are live in my live, please do not do that, because you're gonna get my watch hours taken, Puspa. I asked people to come in with a ninja. I hate to do that, Puspa, but I tell people already, and people still want to come in the live while they live. I mean, come on, man. How many times do I have to tell y'all that? Thank you for the like, boy. Cool, I appreciate it. YouTube Puspa family. Puspa, you can come back with your ninja channel, but your main channel, if you are live, please don't come in here. Because like I said 1,000 times before, what I'm about to do is just start, if you can't respect the guidelines and the rules, then I might just have to block you all together. Because I shouldn't be having to keep saying this shit every live that I do. If you live, Who else? That's why, who else live in my live, and you live too? That's crazy. I understand you trying to support. I understand that. That's why you should get a ninja channel. And I tell you that YouTube does not like you being live in another live, because they think that you are trying to pull people out of one live to have them come to your live. I've said this 1,000 damn times. Oh, they'll understand when they get that time out or they get blocked, Kendall. They understand that. I can guarantee they understand that. But yeah, guys, I think I got like 4 minutes left. I wasn't gonna stay on here. I just really wanted to bring y'all the conference. And like I said, I was late. Y'all can go back to the beginning and find out where I came in at. But you know, hey, this right here is just for what purposes? What I was saying is was for educational purposes only, man. YouTube, this is for educational purposes only, okay? And it's said it's Kendall. They understand. They just be using that shit as an excuse to do what they want to do. Because I ain't believing that. Just like we got the rules of YouTube, just like we got guidelines for YouTube, they got the same guidelines. And I know it's in the language that they can understand. So all they got to do is read them. Oh, there. You'll be a cool boy. Cool. You all right? You don't need no blue. You'll be a cool boy. Cool. You all right? You don't need no blue. Yeah, I know, Kendall. But you don't be live in other people's lives either. And you understand if I say Kendall, if you live in a live, YouTube will take your watch hours. You understand that, right? Right. I mean, that's just like anything. Before you put let me give you a good example. Before you put that game together, you got to read the instructions on where the connections go. You just can't put it together because you might mess some up. You're taking the chances of messing up the game, your TV, or whatever you're trying to hook it up to. You got to read the directions before you do things. I mean, that's common sense. And I know a lot of people don't have that. Common sense is at an all-time low for some people. Thank you, sis Rayshana. I appreciate you. And that's the same thing with the spam. Look at my community tab. I didn't put so many times in there about spam. I didn't went and copied what YouTube said about spam and pasted it in my community. But you know, that's why I said people do what they want to do. I understand that, but as long as you on my channel and as long as people are coming to my channel, all I'm asking for is the respect that I ask. And if they can't do that, then I have to do what I got to do. They might not like it. Other people might not like it. So all I tell them is, hey, go over there, watch some of my playlists and help me with my watch out. Just do that. Because when I go live, you don't understand, or you say you don't understand the rules of engagement when it comes to doing a live stream. It's just like you jumping off the porch and don't know what you jumping into. And then some people, they just, like I say, they just want to keep doing what they want to do. And they hear the words coming out of my mouth. When I say no spam, that means don't spam the chat. But folks still do what they want to do. When I say no spam, that means don't spam the chat. But folks still do what they want to do. It's just like some people just want to see me put them in timeout. And that's cool too, because I can do it. And then if I have to keep putting you, I'm putting you in timeout so many times, because after that, I'm going to hide your ass from the channel. Then you won't be able to come back. And there won't be no love lost. Like I said, go ahead. As a matter of fact, hold on. It's something in my community that I want to read. Before I get off this live for the day. Let me read this right here. Now, beef is when two people mutually don't like each other. So if you don't like me and I don't care, then we're not beefing. You just mad. These are some of the type of things that I post in my community tab. You know, I know a lot of people say they don't tell people to do this. If they gonna do it, they gonna do it. That's cool. I understand that. But like I say, closed mouths don't get fed. You know, I'm gonna put it out there for you. Because everybody don't have the common sense to go and do the type of things that you request them to do. And then maybe it's just not for them to do. But it don't hurt. Saying that type of shit don't never hurt. You know, like I said, man, everybody got their own interpretation of everything out there in the world. Everybody got their own interpretation of it, you know? I'm not here to please people, man. I'm just letting people know I'm not here to please you. That's not my job. That's your job, to please yourself. My job is here to bring you the information, to try to get you to understand what's going on for real. To try to at least get you closer to the Most High. You know, to try to get you to understand that the system of white supremacy is real, for real. And as long as people keep on being distracted and going along with the racism, the systematic racism and all this type of stuff. I mean, come on, Mississippi, Emmett Till. Really? I mean, and not only these three, the other names that was mentioned. The young boy that Zimmerman shot. Zimmerman still walking around out here. Ain't nobody done pulled up on him yet. Come on, man. What's really good? You know, we got all these black freedom fighters out here, so-called black freedom fighters. We got all them people out here, but all I see them just be on the internet talking gangster. I have seen a few people go and do some things, but if they body like they say, it wouldn't be no questions. They'll be down there in the prospective areas where these things happen, supporting these people trying to get justice. And on that note, I'm about to end this live, y'all. Good evening, Zenaida. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Make sure y'all hit that like button. And then I'm going to get on up off this live so somebody else can run back and do their live and try to critique every little thing I say. That just let me know that I'm doing something right. Because if you're trying to debunk what I'm saying, that just lets me know that I'm doing something right. And just like I'm going to keep doing my job, I expect you to keep doing yours. So I'm going to say peace, love, and reparations. That's right. Because it is written that recompense is coming. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate everybody that came through here, y'all. And for the people that's on the replay that's going to watch it, I appreciate y'all. The people that came through here and scrolled through, just looking and listening, I appreciate y'all too. For y'all people, I ain't even going to mention them idiots, but I just did because I called them idiots. But it's all good. Oh, see, you got people like this, Hoopty West, that say stupid shit when they come in the chat. Well, whatever your name is, whoever you are, Wes, I'm about to get your ass up off my channel. So you can go to hell and don't let the good Lord hit you. Well, don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you, man. Cause if you don't say no stupid shit like that, bro. Real talk. Reparations is due. We done built our ancestors built the whole country for y'all to just come and put white supremacy.
Our ancestors built the whole country for y'all to just come and put white supremacy.
So there you go, Wes. We'll holler at you. Hope you enjoy your day. Keep on with your white supremacy because you're going to F around and find out just like the rest of them. Pragati, sister, thank you. Thank you, sister. I'm about to end the live now. Thank you so much. Guys, if y'all hadn't hit the thumbs up, go ahead and hit that thing. I don't know why I have to keep saying that for real, because everybody ought to already know. When you come into a live, y'all do it for you do it for the other folks. You do it for your clicks. You understand? And then I see somebody make a video. Don't complain. Don't do this. I'm not complaining, man. I'm just speaking what I see. And if you think that's complaining, that means you don't want me to say what I've been seeing. So you sound like to me part of a problem. But anyway, everybody y'all have a great day. This is my last time. On that note, Rob Allbanks is out of here. Make sure you go and check out Rob Allbanks releases. Check out Rob Allbanks community. Check out the videos. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you that shit. I'm gonna tell you to go check out Rob Allbanks. You can Google Rob Allbanks music. You heard me? Yeah, you probably right, Pragati. I know that if I go live every day, my watch time will increase. But I don't have time to go live every day. Trust and believe me, sister. If I did, and even if I did, I probably wouldn't because YouTube is not my life. I come on YouTube to share things with the people, update the people on what's going on. If I have new music, I bring it out. YouTube is not my life, sister. I like YouTube. I come on here, have fun. I meet a lot of people. My watch hours will increase if people go and watch the videos. That too also increases watch time. If people go and watch some playlists, and shout out to the people that have been watching playlists. Every time, somebody always comes in with the bright idea, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, hey. I appreciate the information. Thank you so much for that. That everybody don't have the same type of time to go live every day. And then it's always a million people going live at the same time. But when I do go live, if I am live and if you see it, come and visit. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Just like I tell people, about spamming. They don't listen. You think they listen? No, they don't. Because you get 1,000 people coming up in here want to drop emojis. They want to drop letters. And then they just do the shit consistently. I'm like, come on, man. How many times I got to go through this? How many times I have to keep telling you this? This is not a spam channel. It's not. And as I continue to grow my channel and keep going forward, they will learn. They'll learn. And a lot, like I tell people, man, they just come and look at the channels at the surface. They don't dig deep. Dig deep into the channel, man. And I'm pretty sure to be something you have, somebody always gonna have something to say, whether it be good or bad. That's why I breathe in greatness. I breathe in truth. I breathe in positivity. And I blow out the bullshit. I blow out negativity. I blow away haterism. You understand? So, with that being said, it's like I can't leave, Every time I get ready to leave, I always have something else that come up in my mind. But on that note, this is it right here, y'all. So, hey, y'all have a great day. Have a great night. Enjoy yourselves. Rob Allbanks will be back again in his own time. Y'all go and check out the videos. Go watch a playlist For all you people that have these good ideas on how to help me get watch hours, go watch some playlists. Go watch some videos. You understand? Do that. I know how to get, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank you for watching full videos. Just go watch the whole playlist. And I thank you, sister. I thank everyone who has helped my channel, who has helped me, because the channel wouldn't be this far without the people who helped me. You know, a lot of those people have gone, went back to work, because I came on this thing strong during the COVID. And, you know, everybody was off then, but now people that went back to work, and that's cool. People got lives, man. YouTube is not a job, people. I just don't get that. How people think, look, that's another live, y'all. Let me get off this thing. Because I get caught up into doing so much, and then I go to talking more. So y'all have a great day. And catch me back. I might need to start going live every day so I can start talking a little bit more about some of these things. Peace, love, reparations, y'all. And if you got something against reparations, to hell with you. Get on before you get spit on. Thank y'all once again. Keep supporting. Thank you, Sis Ray Shauna. Thanks, Sis Pregati. Thank you, Pitts Life. You know what I mean? Tati. Oh, Tati, the LOL son. Shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you, Sis Ray Shauna. Sorry, Poospa. Y'all don't understand. Shout out Dean Simple. Shout out to you, Time 18188. Shout out to Brad Lane. You know, shout out to everybody, y'all. Peace for the last time. I go live so I can give you haters something to talk about, so you can boost your content up. Go ahead.